Okay, I'm here with Elliott Ng. We're going to discuss a topic which has had a lot of comments, which is the debate about whether China has creative entrepreneurs and creative web companies or not. We had William Bao Bean, who said that China would be the new Silicon Valley. Then we had Vivek Wadhwa, who said that China has no creativity. And now Elliott has his take. Elliott, is China creative?
Well, it's very difficult to generalize about all of China, especially.
We're talking about China web, China internet.
Sure. My experience is that I've seen a tremendous amount of innovation and creativity in China for the web and in sort of software and internet services. But a lot of that creativity is really applied toward the domestic market and the unique issues that face that market. Partly because that opportunity is there, partly because the entrepreneurs there understand and have an advantage in tackling that. And so I think we're in this phase of tackling local, national issues, and then in the future there's this dream of China to the world. But even in my own company, I'm an entrepreneur that has a company that has some staff in China. We're working on some pretty interesting semantic search problems, but one of our engineers came up with his own completely, without our asking, came up with his own prototype of an iPhone application for our site, uptake.com. And I've definitely sensed a lot of creative energy and entrepreneurship going on in China.
You gave one example of something that would be a creativity solving a Chinese problem that wouldn't be relevant elsewhere with the cash register.
Yeah, so one of the companies prior to starting Uptake, I had done some consulting work and advisory work with a variety of Chinese companies. And one company that I was introduced to created a point of sale device that was basically a single purpose mobile phone that tied into the mobile phone network to allow a network of retail stores.
Very small retail stores who couldn't otherwise afford a cash register.
That's right. They couldn't afford a cash register or point of sale device, and partly because those didn't serve their needs. They didn't have electricity where they needed. They didn't have a phone line. So this unique solution of plugging a mobile phone into a specialized device to allow people to share inventory information, order entry, and all this stuff across multiple retail stores is a unique issue to China.
So what you're saying is you're not taking the William Bao Bean, China is the new Silicon Valley take. You're not taking the Vivek Wadhwa, China is only copycats. You're sort of coming down in the middle. It is uniquely adapting.
I think it's uniquely adapting, and I think that's one of the things that Western companies need to do a better job of if they want to enter China, is be able to build the right team locally to take their IP and their expertise in their field, unlearn some of the things they know, and rapidly modify and customize that for the local market, and really tackle the local market on its own sort of nuances and differences.
So China is not creative, China is adaptive.
I think it's creative in a couple different ways. One is at adapting global trends and interpreting that for the local market. Two is being innovative in solving those issues around the organizational, the government, and the institutional challenges of being successful in that market.
Okay, all right, excellent. So that's the word from Silicon Valley.
That's one person's take. Thanks, Thomas.